Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we're continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we're doing the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, I know you're thinking, Greg, Ohio State, they just won the national championship in real life. Why are you rebuilding Ohio State today? Well, someone in one of my videos previously back said, do Ohio State next. So I figured we give to that person who said Ohio State. I hope they're still watching. I hope they're still loving the content. I'm sorry to keep that person waiting. We've been busy over the last couple of months with these 5-year rebuilds. So we're doing Ohio State today. Now, right now, Ohio State has an 89 overall on altogether. 89 offense, 90 defense. They run the multiple offense and a 4-2-5 defensive scheme. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Ohio State roster. We have quarterback Will Howard, the newest Pittsburgh Steeler. Will he be the starting quarterback week 1? I don't know. The Aaron Rodgers drama? I don't know. Devin Brown, the junior. We have Julian Sayin and Aaron Nolan. I believe Aaron Nolan transferred to South Carolina. I believe Sayin stayed. Either way, we got him. We also got Lincoln here. So our quarterback should be fine. We got Junkins, Henderson, the Brown, and the Patriot. We have Peoples and William Dixon there. Receiver, Emeka Egbuka, the newest. What team did he draft into? Oh, I forgot. Was it the Packers? No, that's Golden. Shit, who drafted Egbuka? Ah, that's right. Emeka Egbuka got drafted by the Buccaneers. I completely forgot. We have Jeremiah Smith, superstar freshman. I would love to redshirt him and keep him by year 5, but it ain't going to happen. Carnell Tate, we got him. I don't know any of these other receivers outside of those three, no offense. But we do have this freshman, Mylan Graham, who will redshirt, so we'll have him there. G. Scott, be honest, I don't know their tight ends. Left tackle, we have Josh Simmons. Fortunately, he got hurt. I forget where he got drafted. Oh, he got drafted by the Chiefs. We have Donovan Jackson, first-round pick for the Vikings, and then we have some other guys. Seth McLaughlin, I think he went undrafted, unfortunately. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know any of these other guys. Jack Sawyer, also Pittsburgh Steeler. Who else we got? Oh, yeah, Jack Sawyer. I'm not his biggest fan. I think he's a pussy for that Michigan game. No offense to him. Tyleiki Williams, I don't know where he got drafted. Same with Time Hamilton. D tackles look good. Left tackle, Sonny Styles. He's a junior. I thought he was a senior. He'll probably get drafted high next year. Cody Simon. Where did Cody Simon get drafted? I forget. I legit forgot. We have, Stover. Is he good in real life? I thought he was better than that. We have Denzel Burke, who got drafted by who? I don't remember. Some of these guys I forget because they went to later rounds. Caleb Downs, a sophomore. He's going to be gone after next year. That's the only thing that sucks about him. Ransom. I forgot. He got drafted. I don't remember by who. But yeah, this team, very talented. There's a reason why they won the national championship. Can we win the national championship with them? I don't know. But anyway, let's recruit and add to our roster. Mike Everill, committed. Denzel Fayon, committed. Jimmy Mears, committed. Jojo Ramon, committed. Von Steed, committed. Joey Eisen commits. Evan Kodo Zigia commits. Bobby Briscoe committed. Emeka Okan Lawson commits. Josh Ankara commits. Tito Pacheco committed. Ernest Cook committed. Landon Kirkpatrick committed. DJ McCollum committed. Lucas Estrella commits. Chris Schultz committed. Zach Badgett committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Big Ten Championship, taking on the Washington Huskies. Lane Everett committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the Big Ten champions of the world. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Heisman Trophy winners, Jalen Milroe, quarterback of Alabama Crimson Tide. He had 3,551 yards, 37 tutties, and 4 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Rose Bowl, taking on the USC Trojans. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Rose Bowl champions on to the semis. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to the Goodyear Combo Classic, taking on the SMU Mustangs. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Cotton Bowl champions. On to the Natty we shall go. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide for a chance to win the Natty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Atlanta, Georgia. Sorry, I had a popcorn kernel stuck in my mouth. Milroe, Will Howard, for the right to call themselves a national champion before they go to Seattle and Pittsburgh, respectively. Could this be the first of many nationals
championships for your Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's go win one. Here we are. First and goal from the 5. Howard to Junkins. Touchdown, Ohio State. 7-3, Ohio State. Emeka Egbuka. 38-yard touchdown, 17-9 in the 4th. Travion Henderson, 23-yard touchdown. And that might be the game. 24-9 with a minute to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. In our first year here at Ohio State, we win the national championship. The first of many for your Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's freaking go. Suck on that, Alabama. We lift the trophy here in year 1. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 1 stats. Will Howard, 4,840 yards, 334 for 487, 44 tutties, 6 picks, 68% completion percentage. Rushing, Junkins, 114 for 738, 12 tutties. Henderson, 161 for 693, 12 tutties. Howard, 133 for 482, 5 tutties. Egbuka, 5 for 16, 2 tutties. Peoples, 3 for 3 with a tutty. Smith, 1 for 2. Receiving Egbuka, 71 for 1,385, 17 tutties. Jeremiah Smith, 71 for 1,045, 10 tutties. Guard update, 63 for 876, 11 tutties. G. Scott Jr., 68 for 859, 2 tutties. Henderson, 32 for 285, 1 tutty. Brandon, 10 for 205, 2 tutties. Junkins, 15 for 125, 1 tutty. Will, 4 for 60. Defensively, 101 tackles for Sonny Styles. Cody with 96, 72 for Davison. Ransom with 61, 60 for Tyreek Williams. Jordan with 55, along with CJ Hicks. 51 for Caleb Downs, 49 for Burke, 47 for Ty Hamilton and Jack Sawyer. Tackles for loss, 16 by Tyreek Williams, 13 by Hicks and Sawyer, 7 by Hamilton, 4 by Styles, Davison, and Latham Ransom. 3 by Cody Simon, Denzel Burke with 1. Sack short, Jack Sawyer, 13.5, 12 for Ty Hamilton, 8.5 for Tyreek Williams, CJ Hicks, 4.5, 3.5 for Sonny Styles, Cody Simon, 2, 1 for Tyler, Jason, half sack for Davison, and Jackson Jr. Interceptions, 4 by Burke and Downs, 3 by Styles and Davison, 1 by Sawyer, Ransom, and Hancock. I don't know if I'm going to show you the stats for every single year because this video may be too long, but anyway, I figure I'll let you know. Anyway, let's try to go back-to-back next season. Let's do it. Joshua Farmer, committed. Malik Hornsby, committed. Jack Verling, committed. D.T. Sherfield, committed. Dylan Raiola, committed. Jeremiah Cooper commits. Luke Pet Ichtbon commits. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the best class in the nation. Here are near number 1, Ohio State on top. Isaiah Harper, committed. Henry Eberl, committed. Walter Cheemer, committed. Antony Maffa, committed. Jamie Perez, committed. Greg Reggs, commits. John Iwong Woo commits. Rafael Dacko, committed. Pat Finken, committed. Bernard Owen, committed. Brock Whiteman, committed. Trey Church, committed. Brody Murkison, committed. Sean Petty, committed. Randall Miranda, commit. Carlos Callaway, committed. Carlos Hope, commits. Tyquan Hennessy, committed. Mike Funk, commit. Leo Allen, committed. Your 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Jaden Malaviglia, quarterback from USC. He had 4,044 yards, 50 tutties, and 2 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, the defending national champions don't even get to defend their national title as we're going to the Independence Bowl taking on UCF. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Independence Bowl champions of the world here in year 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Devin Brown, 3,231 yards, 270 for 389, 28 tutties, 7 picks, 6.5% completion percentage. Rushing, Junkins, he stayed with us. 211 for 1,032, 16 tutties. Devin Brown, 129 for 478, 7 tutties. Peoples, 33 for 144, 3 tutties. Smith, 6 for 92, 2 tutties. Tate, 3 for 7, 1 for 1. I swear to God, if Jeremiah Smith transfers for playing style, I'm going to lose my shit. Receiving, not for Oklahoma. Cardell Tate had 59 for 755, 5 tutties. Verling, 63 for 724. 3 tutties, 5 tutties for Tate. Sherfield, 57 for 686, 11 tutties. Jeremiah Smith, why? 41 for 634, 5 tutties. Junkins, 41 for 335, P55, 2 tutties. Innis, 5 for 44, whatever this guy's name, 1 for 16, Peoples 1 for 11, 1 for 3 for Patrick and Evan, and they both had a tutty. Defensively now, CJ Hicks, 82 tackles, 76 for Powers, Davison, 53, 52 for Caleb Downs. He might also transfer, that's not good. Ken Willis, committed. Terrion Tayo, committed. Zachary Swain, commits. Trench Key Una, committed. Lenora Sellers, committed. Wayshawn Parker, committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we once again finished with the best class in the nation. Let's go. Hopefully win another natty. Rylan Cantwell, committed. RJ Cole, committed. Duke Dingle, committed. Max Whittaker, committed. John Gano, committed. Scott Block, commits. Johnny Scanette, commits. Travis Tubbs, commits. Gordon Stenkola, committed. George Hall, commits. Adrian Draft, committed. Brian Head, committed. Matt Homer, committed. Trent McCluster, committed. Austin Godwell, committed. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have made the Big Ten Championship. And we're taking on the two Boilermakers. And ladies and gentlemen, we are once again Big Ten champions. Let's freaking go. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is Lenora Sellers, quarterback of the Ohio State Buckeyes. He had 3,968 yards, 36 tutties, and 2 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Orange Bowl. And we get a rematch with the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Orange Bowl champions on to the semis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the Rose Bowl. And we're going to be taking on the Michigan Wolverines. And ladies and gentlemen, we fall to Michigan 28-14. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Year 3 stats. Lawrence Sellers, 4,580 yards, 332 for 445, 40 tutties, 4 picks, 74% completion percentage. Lane Everett, 154 for 730, 12 tutties. Sellers, 145 for 591, 6 tutties. Peoples, 127 for 556, 7 tutties. Tate, 5 for 23 with a tutty. Receiving, Tate, 54 for 996, 7 tutties. Mylan Graham, 60 for 989, 12 tutties. Thurman, 78 for 900, 5 tutties. I don't know why I hit Oklahoma. Brandon, 51 for 746, 8 tutties. Lane Everett, 47 for 422 tutties. Joey, 24 for 389, 6 tutties. People, 16 for 120. Mike, 1 for 12. And then whatever this guy named, 1 for 8. Defensively now, 94 tackles for Peyton Pierce. He might transfer. Fuck. Aaron Scott, 79, 75 for Reese. Cook with 61, 53 for McLennan. Jaden with 47 along with Jeremiah Matthews. Jason Moore, 44, 43 for Von Steed. Tackles for loss, 8 for Moore and Steed. 7 for Emeka. Peyton Pierce with 4, 2 for Curry, Willis, Kirks, and Josh. 1 for Jaden Matthews Jr. and McDonald. Sacks, 11.5 by Moore. Emeka with 5. 3 for Von Steed, Caden Curry. Reese with 2. 1 for McDonald, Houston, Stover, and Pierce. Oh, those guys all had 1. Pierce, Kirks, Josh, Jalen, and Aaron Scott Jr. all had a half. Cook with 5 picks, Matthews with 4, Pierce and McLennan with 2, Scott Jr. with 1. It's a damn shame that we lost to those scumbags in Michigan, but hey, we'll get them next year. And ladies and gentlemen, the Oregon Ducks top the Michigan Wolverines 36-34. Ha 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 ha, Michigan. Dylan Rogers committed. Darren Gulietti commits. Javon Harmons committed. Charles Lester III committed. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we finished with the second best class in the nation. We still have lots of talent. Let's try to win a natty here in year 4. Gerard Leary committed. Willie Slay commits. Conrad Pulaski commits. BJ Steven committed. Sony Wong committed. Noah Cochran committed. Baraka Law commits. Chad Hartwell committed. BJ DeBose committed. Avery Witchman committed. Max Ryder committed. Brian Cobbs commits. Greg Lashley committed. Jackson Easy commits. Gregory Osline committed. Jalen Stacy committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we get a rematch with Michigan for this time for the Big Ten Championship. Let's do it. And ladies and gentlemen, 2027 Heisman Trophy winners Cam Williams, receiver from Notre Dame,
81 receptions, 1,536 yards, and 23 tutties. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the playoff, taking on the Auburn Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, we take care of Auburn. We're on to the quarters. And ladies and gentlemen, Michigan beat us in the Big Ten. They beat us in the Rose Bowl last year. We get a chance for revenge. Michigan, Ohio State for the Rose Bowl 2 years in a row. And ladies and gentlemen, we finally beat Michigan. We're on to the semis. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the Orange Bowl to take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And ladies and gentlemen, it was just not meant to be. Notre Dame demolishes Oregon 49-21. Austin Clay commits. Gecko Baker committed. Cody Fox commits. Isaiah Patterson committed. Dame Ichibaboy committed. Dion Hamilton committed. Tony Tamaco commits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we once again have the best class in the nation. If we only win one natty, it's a shame. Let's go win one here in year 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, auto recruiting is on. Time to win a natty here in year 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 6-2 on the year. I think we're ranked number 4. Our only losses are to Buffalo and Rutgers, but we have 4 tough opponents. Let's try to win them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the Big Ten title, taking on the number 1 ranked Oregon Ducks. We are number 2, so we're in the playoff no matter what. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking on the Buffalo Bulls in the first round of the playoff. And ladies and gentlemen, we take care of Buffalo onto the quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, taking on the NC State Wolfpack. Alrighty, here we are in Jerry's World. Of course, if we make the national title, we will be playing here in Jerry's World. I don't like it that we only won one natty. I know some of the Ohio State fans watching are probably ashamed I've only won one natty. But if we can win the natty here, all is right in the world. NC State, we should take care of business. Am I right or am I wrong? Here we are, first and goal at the 9, 13-10. Harper gonna hike it. Kilpatrick gonna fight for 6. Second and goal now from the 3. Hands it back off Kilpatrick. He stopped at the goal line. Third and goal at the 1 here. Here we go. Kilpatrick again. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. 17-13. I swear to God, if I have to restart against NC motherfucking State, I'm going to lose it. We're down 23. Tito Pacheco. 1-yard touchdown. 24-23. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why it was so close. We should have blown them out, but we'll take it. A win is a win is a win is a win. We are now on to the semis. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, we get a rematch against Oregon from the Big Ten Championship. And this may, to some people, feel like a national championship. Here we go. Oregon, Ohio State for the Peach Bowl. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Peach Bowl, of course, last time Ohio State was at the Peach Bowl, they had that missed kick at the midnight, as the clock struck midnight, and they lost to Georgia. Hopefully today we can change history. Of course, the Oregon Ducks, they beat us in the Big Ten. Hopefully we beat them in the playoff. Hopefully we beat Oregon and get back to the national championship. Let's do it. Let's take care of business. Let's go, boys and girls. Zach Baguette, 48-yard touchdown to give us the lead, 17-10. Tito Pacheco, 6-yard rush, 24-10, Ohio State. 3rd-19, 2 timeouts to go. Down 3. Here we go. Harper. Please. He's got him. McClellan. Let's go. Out of bounds. 55 seconds to go. What a throw there by Harper. And now we have first down again. And he underthrew it. Fucking Harper underthrew it. He underthrew that, and there goes the national title. We can only win one with freaking Ohio State. Unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Unbelievable. Underthrow cost us the game. Whatever, man. I failed bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we end only one national title, and that was with the roster that Ohio State had, and it's fucking annoying, man. I hope I made that guy who wanted Ohio State somewhat proud. I mean, we should have won more natties than what we have. I mean, I don't know, man. But he underthrew it. He was open, and then he, what is what it is. But if you've enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe. You guys subscribe. You guys motivate me to keep doing this. I tried my best. Oregon just beat us twice, I guess. I don't know. yeah, that's it for me, man. Just hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, helps with the YouTube algorithm, and if enjoy, just hit like and subscribe. All right. Anyway, I want you to have a great day or have a great night, depending on when you watch this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and out.